So, I'm going to call this video Those People That Targeted You Have Ended Up in a Very Deep Black Hole. Chosen ones, okay? Empaths, spiritually gifted people. Now, we are going to discuss targeting a chosen one. Targeting a chosen one can happen in so many ways. It can happen in the place that you work. You can start being targeted by your work colleagues, maybe sometimes by your bosses. You may find yourself being given an extra load at work, sometimes a lot of hours, sometimes no pay, or sometimes little pay. You can also be targeted in very many areas of society, depending on where you are. Church as well, friendships as well. And we can go on and on and on and on. The people that target you, they are coming from a very dark place. They are coming from a place of fear because they are fearful about your energy. They don't know who you are. They have tried to figure you out. They cannot. So they find a way to harass you, okay? Target you and harass you. Sometimes you can find, for example, a person who is at the top. It can be your boss, can be your landlord. It can be anybody in authority, in some position of authority. And they may send some people who don't even know nothing about you to start harassing you, to start blocking your ways, to start doing little things against you. And normally those people that target you, they don't really know anything about you. There may sometimes be cases where they know a little bit about you, but in some cases they don't even know who you are on a spiritual level. So this whole thing of targeting is very low vibrational. Like I've said, these individuals are operating from a place of fear and hatred and jealousy and envy. Okay, so they envy your qualities, they envy your personality, they envy your swagger, they envy everything about you. It brings out those demons in them, and sometimes they can start to think you are a threat. So all of a sudden you are a threat in your workplace. You know, you're a threat in your family. Your family, they sense something different about you, and they feel like you are different, or they don't like the way you move, or there's some things you do that do not conform with family values, the values that they have always known, or even traditions. So it's the reason why you hear so many chosen people talking about being targeted individuals. So if you're chosen one, you must be familiar with that concept. It's not a fairy tale, and it's not even pretty. Okay, so the person who knows about targeted individuals, they know it's not something pretty. So this targeting will bring out something in you. It will sharpen your intuition. The targeting can help sharpen your intuition, sharpen your discernment, enhance your spiritual protection, because you understand that demons is using some people to keep on targeting and harassing you. So it kind of builds you up as a person when we're talking about intuition, talking about discernment, and all these other means that you can use to protect yourself. In some cases, you might even just vacate the entire area. If it's a family, you can vacate. Jobs, you can just sign out of that job. You can sign out of a relationship in any way that you feel targeted. A person who is woke and aware, they can just check out of that situation. And they can turn the other way and look away and walk away. But you see, people that target you, there is a lot of things they don't understand. Because for them, it's about the ego, okay? They've got very big egos. So it's the CEO of this company, it's the boss of this place, it's the landlord, it's somebody in high positions, whatever. It's a friend who thinks they are better than you. So they feel threatened by your presence, your qualities, your personality. They feel like on a spiritual level, you're very powerful. And it is that power that they don't understand that makes them feel very insecure about themselves. Because behind the scenes, whenever they see you or have an encounter with you, they are going back home and they are now looking at the mirror. So now they are seeing this reflection of themselves. And when they see you on the other side, they're like, why is that person the complete opposite of who they are? They thought that they were so big because their ego told them so. But on a spiritual level, they know you are a very powerful individual, okay? Not necessarily because you're the most handsome person or most beautiful woman in the room, and not necessarily because you're a manager, the big boss in the company. No, you're just a simple guy doing your own thing, and but at the same time, you're very powerful on a spiritual level. A chosen person is a person who has a very immense spiritual protection around them. There is a team of divine beings, unseen, that are always standing besides and behind you. And you see, when you have done something like that to a chosen person, because first of all, we need to understand something. Those people are not having any negativity in their minds. It is not in their nature. It is actually not in their DNA. So they don't have any problem with anyone. They just wake up every day and, they're just going to go out there, do what they need to do, come back home, mind their business, and go about their business, as always. But you see, when a person targets you, they are targeting you in the 3D. But the only thing they don't understand is that they are dealing with a power that is much greater on a spiritual level. So they are actually dealing with your entire protection team. We're talking about divine protection team. We're not talking about bouncers and security and stuff like that. We are talking about a spiritual protection that is behind you. That is exactly what they're dealing with. And you see, once a chosen person removes themselves from a situation, that entire situation is out of their hands. Okay, they have been harassed. They have been fired from job. Somebody stole their money. Somebody did this, whatever it is they have done to you. There are so many things and ways that people target you. A chosen person is going to send out a frequency. Because sometimes you can push a person too hard against the wall and you're going to force them to bleed. So they could cry, they could mourn, they could go through a lot of emotions. Why would this person do that? Why could your parents do this? Why would your landlord do that? Why would your boss do this? And in that particular process, a chosen person is sending out a very powerful frequency to the universe. And that frequency cannot be ignored by their divine team. So the moment you shed a tear as a chosen one, somebody targeted you, those tears are going to count. Whatever it is they have made you feel during that process, it was felt by the entire universe. Now, what is really happening is that the tables have turned. Because it will take you a lot of time to get that emotion of somebody targeting and harassing you, that kind of stuff. It will take a lot of time. You're a forgiving person. People come and go and, people walk in and out of your lives. It's okay. But when a person pushes you too hard against the wall, they're going to cause you to bleed. That is a frequency that nobody can run away from. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter what you think about those individuals. It doesn't matter what positions you think they hold in authority. It doesn't matter how big you think they are. That is a very powerful frequency, and that entire situation is going to be lifted off of you and is going to be dealt with in the spiritual courts. So what I'm trying to say now, the entire situation is now in the spiritual courts. So the divine is going to make a judgment on that particular case. There's a lot of things that people don't see coming. There is so much things people are not prepared for. Because before they targeted you, they didn't really know who you are on a spiritual level. They thought they knew you, but they actually didn't know you, who you are on a spiritual level. So many things are going to start happening. So those individuals that have been targeting and harassing you, they are going to start going through. And normally this period can take between 3 to 6 months. It's what I've been telling people. So when you want to see those events happening, it normally happens in the period between 3 to 6 months. That is when you're going to see, you will start to see the results. You will see a lot of things going on and happening to some people. It is going to be unbelievable. It is going to be very difficult to watch. And you see, a lot of people operate very deep within their ego. So regardless of what is even going on in their lives, they might still run away from the fact that they've been doing something behind your back to harass and target you for no apparent reason. Because those individuals didn't want you to exist. In the world that we operate in this moment in time, it's a world that is full of evil. A lot of people are demonically possessed. A lot of people are operating within their ego. A lot of people have got certain entities attached to their bodies. And that is the reason why you see a lot of demonic activity is always happening behind the scenes. And normally, if you're a chosen one, you're going to be the chosen target for those kind of individuals. Now, when that situation has been lifted off of your chest, like I've said, it has been lifted off of off of you, things are starting to go down. Okay, these people now are in a very deep spiral in their workplace. Now, out of the blue, there is these things starting to happen in the office. There is these demotions starting to go on. They could have been doing some stuff, shady things behind the back. They could get demoted. Some people are starting to get fired. People end up losing their jobs. People are now spending the entire day in bed because they are very sick. They cannot get up because they have tried and attempted to target the wrong person. It all comes down to trying to target you without really having anything wrong you have done to them. Okay? So you'll hear the news, like I've said. You're going to hear the news. Those people are going to be in regret. And there's one of the things that happen to these people with a big ego. So they can never really show up and, take accountability for whatever it is they've been doing against you behind the scenes. Because I've told you that these people always operate behind the scenes. They don't want to be seen. There'll be someone in their offices and giving the commands. Go and harass that person. Go and target this one. Those kind of stuff. But there is stuff that is going to start to happen. And those guys are not ready for it. They will never see it coming. There will be job losses. There will be demotions. There will be sicknesses. There will be different types of illnesses. There will be car accidents. There will be deaths. This whole thing of chosen one, ladies and gentlemen, when I'm talking about chosen people, you better listen to me very well. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see people dropping dead. There is people who are going to go to sleep and they will not wake up the next day. And the people around them will never understand what exactly happened to those people. So a lot of times people they mess with mystery. People like messing with mystery because they like to poke, They like to keep poking at you and seeing, let's poke this way and let's poke that way. Let's see what is going to be, their reaction. How are they going to, are they going to still keep it together? Are they going to still get up and do whatever they are doing? That kind of stuff. So they keep on poking at you. But the only thing they don't understand is that they are poking at the wrong person. They are poking at a person they do not understand. They are also poking at the divine protection that is around that chosen one. So, like I've said, there will be individuals who are going to lose their lives. There will be individuals who are going to lose their family. They are going to lose their pets. There will be car accidents. There will be bedridden, months or even sometimes years. There's going to be things that are going to start happening to some people. So it is going to be a continuous loop. They are going to feel like they're in a very deep black hole. They cannot come out and acknowledge what they have done or even beg for forgiveness because, like I've said, they have a very big ego. But there is stuff that is happening to them silently that they cannot talk to you about. You will hear those stories at some point. The universe will make sure that those things land in your ears. Sometimes you might have to see them. And that is a very deep black hole that they can never come out of. It is going to be one event after the other one. It is going to happen in a way that is unexplainable. You cannot even express this in words. But believe me, there is some people who are going to wish they have not attempted to target you or to harass you in any way, shape, or form. They are going to wish they can reverse this whole situation and go back to the beginning and just leave you alone. But the moment they chose to harass and target you, that is the moment they made a very big mistake. It was a very, very deep mistake. And you could have been a person that has moved on. You know, you moved on, they did whatever they did and you moved on. You could even sometimes have forgiven them because after all, the chosen people don't like dragging around with those energies and stuff. When they feel a certain energy that has been thrown towards their way, they can normally separate themselves, they will forgive and just keep on moving on. But in the spiritual courts, those guys have not been forgiven. So your entire divine protection team has taken, has taken over this entire case. Those people will never know what hit them. They will never understand what hit them. It is going to hit them where it hurts. And most of the cases you'll be out there, we're gone. You're out there doing your own thing. You're not even bothered with them. You're not even looking for them. You're not even trying to check up on them. There will be things that are going to be happening to those individuals. They will not see this coming. They're not even prepared for. So best believe, chosen one, that if you have been targeted or harassed at some point, there is people that are going to pay the price. Okay? There is people are going to go through stuff. Some people are going to go through stuff. Some people are going to see disaster play out in front of them. And they will never know what hit them. They will even never know where disaster came from. Now, it's a very dangerous thing, like I've said, to target a chosen individual. How do you wake up and plan to target a person that doesn't have any business to do with you? How do you wake up every morning and start planning, harassing somebody who has nothing to do with you? Just because you're a toxic individual, so you kind of like to project that toxicity onto somebody else that has nothing to do with your business. So those are the consequences of the things that happen when you target a chosen person. Not only are you targeting them physically, you are dealing with different divine beings behind their back. Their spiritual protection team. You are dealing with different entities altogether. It's not the person you're dealing with, and they will never see what hit them. So let us know what you think about the video in the comment section below. You guys know I'd love and appreciate your support. Please book a session if you want to. You paid, donate, or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.